A great week for football with a great win Saturday. It was an exciting game. Stayed home and watched it. And then Friday's big for us, too, as well. We're going to have a workout on Friday, so I think some students are going to come by maybe on the way to the game or something. So we're kind of go practice at 2:30 or so. But we got one today, practice off tomorrow. I'll go recruiting, leave today, catch a flight. American Airlines, my favorite people, and go down to Houston and do some recruiting tomorrow. Then probably get back here and maybe finish up some here today on Wednesday. But that'll be today's practice number 7. You get 30 practices, and this is number 7. We've got 2 scrimmages, whatever they want to call them, exhibitions with Arkansas on November 1st, and then, of course, and then we have Texas on the 24th, I think it is. I'm not sure exact date. We were just talking about it actually on a Saturday. So we're still working on it. I don't think the Texas one is going to be open. That's going to be a scrimmage. The Arkansas one, I think, has obviously been announced. It's going to be an exhibition. So we're excited about that. I think we'd like to do these exhibitions, but we're so uncertain on the rules. It's hard. It's been a little bit of a challenge figuring that. So, but certainly excited about it. Like our group, like our team. I think some of you guys have seen us practice. Good kids, came together well in the summer. I've heard people talk about, I was working out and some guy came to me, how do you guys do with this? And I just think it's just a great opportunity. I think you adapt. Yes, we have a lot of new guys, but so does everybody. We were going through Texas's roster earlier this morning when we were going through our practices, and it's I compared to being a junior college coach back when I started out, LA Valley College. That was my dream job, to coach at the local junior college there, and you had a new team every year, and I just embraced it. You kind of you get a new group, you can experiment. We're practicing in June rather than October 15th back in the day, and a lot of good things come from it. So I think it's good. We've adapted. Yeah, there's some changes. There's some different development over 4 years, something I think we did real well over years at Pittsburgh and here at TCU. The Desmond Baines, the Cameron Johnsons, the DeWan players. The Ashton Gibbs. That was great and that's fun. But now it's a little different development that you think of in terms of a year, but it's more a team putting it all together. And so that excites me. You can experiment more. You try things out in June, July, August, September. But it's good. And the kids love it. The kids love practicing and being competitive and going all the way through. So a lot of positives that come with it. So as I said, some guy asked me today about it on the older gentleman, and things have changed. You adapt and you embrace it, and that's what we've done going forward. Yeah, I think I like the fit of the team. I think I think we've got. I don't see a hole right now in our group. I think we've got our guards. We've got some experience. We've got some youth there with some new guys. We're counting on 2 senior guards. There's no question about it. We got the forwards. There's 5 of them, as we're calling them, our wings, as we call them. They're interchangeable, but all 5 have been productive, have played hard, play well, do things well. I think shoot it better than what we've had. That's been our goal, to shoot a little better, a little bit better decision making on closeouts and spacing and playing out of that. But and then our big guys, we think we've improved because Ernest has improved. And I think we brought in 2 very good freshmen. David's a little bit more ahead of Malik because Malik was out a lot all summer long. So, but I like I said, I don't feel like there's not a glaring hole there for us. And yeah, sure, we're early, but in games and things can occur. But I like the group. I think we're very good. Obviously our league is it's almost comical to look at what it's become, you put things together, try to figure things out, and all this thing, whenever it started, TCU in the Mountain West, Conference USA, and then you get to. There was never a plan of putting this thing all together and getting to the Big 12, of getting the best basketball country in the country, and just not even making it close. But that's what's happened, And obviously, as they've picked and choose, our thing has fallen in place to basketball, where it's almost unfathomable what it's become. So, you can't really care. You can't really look at where you're picked, even where you finish to some degree, because you're going to have. You can probably only have 6 top 25 teams once we get going, because we're going to beat each other up. But we're only limited to 8 probably division NCAA tournament teams. Maybe 9, because you can get the 6. But we're clearly, last year we had way more than what get in. But that's just what we've become. So we've got to deal with it, and no excuses, no complaining, embracing it. And as I tell everybody, you got a chance to watch the best basketball in the country, and that's why we've been sold out, and we continue to build our following. So it's good to be a part of it, and we welcome it. But I like the group. I think we're ready. Sure, we're. You hear about all the guys that get paid all the big money dollars, and you hear about that, and we don't have that guy, those guys. But I like our group. I think we really fit it well together. I really do. I like the guards, bring some senior leadership that I think is very good. They're true. They're pass first guys in Noah and Frankie, and they're clearly the leaders on the floor. So I think that's a good start.
I read a story on Michael Robinson in high school, and I just want to get your perspective. What were your first impressions of him, and what has he meant to this program the last few months?
Well, I mean, he's kind of wise beyond his years. You don't think of him as a freshman physically or mentally. We were just meeting on academics today. Our Grace, our academic coordinator. She met and she just talked about how hard and how good a student Mike is. So throw that one in the list of strong attributes he's got. He's just a great kid, and works his tail off. Loves to be in the gym. His body didn't happen by accident. He's worked at it. He's played at a good level. He's been good. I mean, we thought he was good. We thought he would be able to play right away, and he certainly has been doing that. And so, like I said, those 5 forwards, as we're calling wings, there's some real competition going on there between these guys, and I love every one of them. I mean, I really do. And a couple of them freshmen, a couple of them transfers, but it's a good group. I think obviously we lose Emmanuel with the Mavericks. We lose. Some guys and loses. It's like, as I told them, we're going to have guys. Guys are going to move. It's generally going to be a 1-year thing, and you're not. Lose is the word, graduate, whatever you want to be. But at the end of the day, you got to get a better player. That's our mentality, and you got an opportunity to get a better player, or make him. Develop him into a better player as it goes, and that's how you got to look at it. You can't look at it any other way. Guys are going to move on for whatever, just like we're going to get guys. I mean, it's just how it is, and it's the culture, it's the rule, it's the financial. Obviously, decisions are being made. You can call it what you want, but it is the way it is. And so we've got a good group, I think, together with those forwards especially. I'm really happy with what we got. We got to replace some really good players. That was a strength of ours last year. But in some ways, I kind of like our balance, our spacing. We seem to shoot it better at those spots, and that can make us better offensively. So that's we're obviously the transition, leading the country in fast break points. Everybody talks about running. Nobody has done it like we have in the country the last 2 years. I mean, we weren't even close. We have the stats. We show it to recruits. It's helped recruiting. We've obviously gotten commitments, high school guys, highly ranked guys, top, whatever you want to call them, rankings. But the sell of the Metroplex, Fort Worth, certainly the style of play, lead the country in fast break points. Everybody says they're going to run. We're the only team that can say that, and it's not even close what we've done. Our big emphasis this year is scoring quicker out of transition, out of makes, getting it out of the basket quicker, and more execution in the half court on the offensive end. And we got to take it up a notch defensively to be, to win the league. We know that. Ernest is a big part of that. Our big guy is a big part of that. But our scheme, our coverages have to be better, especially on ball screens. So we'll change up defenses a little bit more. That's the plan, though we did plan that last year and never felt good enough about any of our schemes that we were the tops in the league. We didn't get to be the best in the league defensively, and Houston did, and Houston won the league, clearly. So that's what it's going to take for us. But, Micah fits in, long answer to Micah, but he kind of fits into all those things we're trying. He really gets out and runs. We saw that. He gets out in transition. He's tough. He defensively, he's in the right place all the time. So smart, tough, and unselfish are three good characteristics. We got to get him better defensively, and we got to get him on the floor more, and we got to get him running every play. I think consistency, we've taken a step, and there's still some plays where we just go. There's some plays where he makes those, amazing plays. How did he do it plays? And then there's still a few of these what is he doing plays as we tell him. And there's some, we got to cut those down. So I think he's been more consistent. He's trending the right way, but we're still not. He's not the guy that's in the right place every single time, and he should be. But then if you look at how much he's played over the course of his career, it kind of makes some sense. So that's what we got to do. We got to get him defensively, especially. Offensively, he's doing some things better. I think he's better in every area, which is what we wanted him to do. So there's room for improvement, obviously, in our minds. And, he just physically, the running, the jumping, his body, those are elite. And now we just got to get him to play more basketball. And that's what we really try to get across to him this year. We encourage him 3-on-3, 2-on-2. Just play. Get out there and play. Obviously in practice, out there every day. Those things matter. And, again, like I said, if you really look at what he scored, what he did in AAU and high school, and then not playing all at Kansas, like you can kind of see where reps are what's needed. Yeah, we have high expectations for everybody. I think probably Malik a little bit to some degree because he was out. He tore his ACL last year early. First game I was watching on TV. He's played at Wasatch, was obviously a great prep school, plays in that great prep school league. So it was on TV, ESPN, and I'm watching and I see the guy go down. And so, wasn't sure where he was going to be. Didn't practice this summer. I think he started in September when we started back up, or August when we got back to school, and gradually gotten better. So he's producing in practice, which I don't think I anticipated because of the injury. I really loved him when we recruited him, signed him based on his summer work last 2 summers ago. But he's probably that he's out there and that he's competing and he's physical, he's tough. Probably doesn't have the explosion I think that he used to have, but it's going to get there because he's only been going really like we started in late August with once we got back to school. Yeah.
You talked about the landscape and you had two pretty highly regarded freshmen redshirt last year.
Yeah.
This year. What have you seen so far from Jason?
Yeah, I mean, both are. It was good. And we all sit there and we try to figure out what do we do with these freshmen. I mean, everybody's how has this happened? And there were guys that we really liked. How do you get them to year 2, and how do you have them be ready and contributing for you? And just given the situation, like we talked about the forwards we had last year, returning guys who all played minutes, it was just an opportunity, but they've got to believe in it. And we've tried it with other guys and talked to them about it. But as I tell guys, I mean, we're giving you an opportunity to be year 1, and you're really trading it for year 5, and that can be a very valuable resource in today's age that maybe wasn't there before. But that year 5 guy seems to be doing really well in college basketball, on the court and off the court. So, that's how we saw it. They're both athletic. They both play hard. They're both smart. They're two different players. Isaiah's more shoots it more of a driver from Jace, but they're both incredible offensive rebounders. Probably might be our best two with Ernest. So we offensive rebounding has to be. We've always been good, and it's been our thing for 20 years where I've coached. But we got this team has a chance to be like back to number 1 in the country type offensive rebounding type things. And these are things we have to do in this league. This league is it's the next best league to the NBA, and it's in the country, and it just keeps getting better. I mean, we add better teams. I mean, we lose teams that are very good, but we're bringing in teams that are better. We're losing middle of the pack or bottom teams in our basketball that may have been good in football, but they are, and we're adding with better basketball teams. Like it's remarkable, and it's a testament to I think the league. Obviously, a couple things have factored in, but we're in a good place as a league, basketball wise, and we need to have these kind of athletes to compete in this league. And Jason, Isaiah. Yes, sir.
Two more questions. Is it pronounced Trezarian or
Trey. I go with Trey. That's what he goes with too.
how big a pickup was he, and what does he think?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of that scoring guy. A little bit of a manual in him, and he kind of scores around the rim. What he is doing, and we really encourage him, and that was part of the process, is getting out and running more, which was everybody says they want to run when you recruit them, and they did, and they get here and they're not running. So we've seen him more doing it, and he's getting transition, and then catching and shooting threes. He's doing a better job of that, and we've told him, this league, you're not going to be able to drive on 2-3 guys. You're going to have to take that open shot, that open three. And that was probably one you asked about surprising things. Him catching and shooting was better than I thought it would be based on his numbers over his career. And his shot looks good right away. The release, high release, quick release, good balance, good form. That was it. So I think he's going to shoot it well from 3, which his history wouldn't indicate that. But I think he's going to be a consistent shooter that shoots it more than he ever has. Gets fouled, and defensively now he's played for some good coaches. They had a good program in Wilmington. Kirk Kanaski is assistant, longtime head coach, been all over, good friend. He was there, and we talked a lot about him. He told me he's a good kid that would understands things, and so I think defensively that's been a good, I wouldn't say surprise, but confirmation that he understands and picks up rules, concepts that we're putting in.
You talked a little bit about your expectation for Frankie to be a leader on this team.
Mm-hmm.
What other expectations do you have from this team?
I mean, assist to turnovers got to be better. We're trying to. He's shooting it better from the free throw line. We're charting everything on the free throws. So he's shooting it better there. Assist to turnovers, decision making combined. But he's a leader. He's a natural leader. I've heard that from all our friends in Vegas. Coach Gergovich, a legendary basketball guy from Vegas, obviously Mavericks, works with the Mavericks too now in his I don't know what years he would call it, but he still's he's worked with them. He knows them. He recognized. So we knew he had that leadership ability. We knew he had the toughness. I think we played against him 2 years too. That's part of it as well. So seen a little bit of that where you get guys that you played against. But he, along with Noah, and they play well together. They're both point guards, but they play well together. And they have a toughness, they have smarts, they have experience. I think it's a really good combination. Little small maybe, but their toughness and other things make up for it, I believe. But we can play some other guys with him as well. But I think he's the leader. But Noah's right there too as far as leadership, and they're out there every day. They don't miss practice. They don't skip on drills, and it's a good concept. So I know you think of leaders over a 4-year career now, and we're in a different world. And again, these kids all know each other. We've played against them. It's just different. And I guess I'm just saying, it's basketball's in a good place. College basketball's in a good place. It's $1 billion a year contract. It's paying all the bills for the last 10 years, the men's basketball tournament. It's in a good place, and the caliber of play is tremendous, and we'll be sold out again. We added some seats on the floor. Somehow they got some more seats on the floor. Less, I don't know how they're going to get them in the club, but they're doing that. But we got some more on there, and we hope to create even more of an atmosphere as we continue to try to get that lower bowl to be what it needs to be. Obviously, the students, we can't put the students, on the court, which is a real added of bringing atmosphere, but we've got a great place, and we're just trying to make it a little bit better every year. So we've gotten some more seats on there, on the floor. So that's a good thing for some of our big donors, and I think atmosphere as well, as we try to do it. Sold out, we've been sold out, but we've got to create more of an atmosphere on a consistent basis, and that's been the constant challenge. But I know everybody says it's come a long way and what it used to be, but we're going to keep trying to chip away and make it a little better every day. So, that good, Mark? We got Coach Campbell ready to go.